Hello, hello, welcome. We're getting started soon. I hope there's no double audio. Everything's been improved on the back end. All the audio is being managed really nicely. It's great. It's great. The predictions are now open, so you can now bet on who's going to win, Frieze or rcalarc. We'll get started soon, hopefully. In 4 minutes or less. Actually, probably a bit more, because that's when I have to pick some time choosing the categories. Got all this nice stuff, some nice premium content for you. So, both of the runners have already banned their categories. So, here are the categories. You probably already saw them already. Ricky's choices were all castles, 11 no cape, and all switches, and all castles has been banned by Frieze. Frieze had 96 exit and both of the all switches. Basically 4 switches in all 3 of those categories, and 96 exit got banned. So that's where we are right now. PBs in all of these categories, pretty much the same, except all switches no cape, where rcalarc has no time, and 96 exit. But that's banned, so who cares? So we have a chance for possibly 12 yumps from both of our runners. If we go to a game 3, and all 3 of the games are all switches, and all of them got yumps, we could see 24 yumps today. Uh, that's more yumps than maybe anyone has ever dreamed of seeing. I know everyone was waiting for today. It was originally going to be this race was originally going to be Wednesday and it got delayed. But now we're finally here. Potentially a doubleheader because I know there's a match scheduled in 2 hours from now, and hopefully we'll get that restreamed. And we could have had predictions about total yumps. Someone would bet 24 and maybe win it all. Ah, this is so sad. I just realized the music goes away when I switch scenes. Put the music back on. I want to hear it. Anyway, take a look at this. This is the bracket for Class A. I'm already showing you everything that I worked on. These are the brackets for Class A, and all of the races that you'll see for the first round. We got Frieze and rcalarc right now. Davs and Alogical has that been announced? Potentially Sunday, as with a lot of other races that you'll see. You're going to check our calendar for the full list, especially for Class B and C, because I don't have that here. Dr. Rokan versus Superior has also not been scheduled. It has. It has been scheduled, but I didn't put it on the layout yet. So all of them are in the process of already been scheduled or very close to being put on the calendar. We got bets on 24 out of 24 yumps and nothing less from Carrick. It's a shame we did lose the music. I don't know if I can put it back up. It's too late now. We're about to get started anyway. So just to show you who's going up here in the bracket, got look at this new scene I made. This is how both of our runners competed in the group stage. So they both made it to the bracket stage by doing very well in the group stage. If you've been catching along with the tournament, if not, it's okay. So they both played 3 matches in their group. rcalarc was in group 4 and Frieze was in group 7. Frieze sweeped it 6-0 for all of the games. He 2-0'd all of his opponents. rcalarc went 2-1, And the seeding for the bracket stage, I think, is based on your times that you actually ran and how close they were to the world record. So that's why rcalarc is 14 seed, and I think that's actually the last seed because there are only 14 people in the Class A brackets, and Frieze is seeded third. So there's a very clear underdog. There's a very clear underdog, and I put a lot of points for that. So yeah, that's a very good point. Ricky did have to go up two very, very good opponents. Three, actually. What am I saying? Alogical, Lost Core, Pesu. That was quite a stack group. Most of Class A was. And he did well enough to get into the bracket stage. Hopefully we get a race room set up. I'm trying to see if there's a referee, and I could do it, but I don't feel like it. Predict with channel points. The time is ticking. Hopefully we can get a referee. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to start calling people out by name, and that will be unpleasant. I am no middle school teacher, TM. I am less than that. I can, well, I can't ban you from the Twitch chat because you're also a mod. So I really have no power in the slightest to do this. I want the music. Can we get the music back? Oh wait, I turned it off. You're not gonna get any. That's too bad. Alright, we'll look at the bracket again because it's so nice looking. Looks like Shady has got us our race room soon. He says he's gonna make it. And we're gonna have it, and we're gonna spin the wheel, and it's gonna be great. In fact, let's go to the wheel right now. Just to reiterate the categories that were picked, All Castles was banned and 96 Exit was banned. What a surprise! 96 Exit got banned again. So we have a lot of switches. A lot of switches that could potentially, um, a lot of switches that could potentially be up for grabs here in this first race. And the wheel of dreams and hopes and misfortune. For all of you who are a big fan of all switches, and in 2018, I did want to make an all switches tournament, and I have a tourney Discord, and it's like empty. It's got everything, so like in like 5 minutes, we could potentially launch a new tournament, because I did a lot of the work for it, and we just never hosted a tournament because I didn't feel like it, and nobody else really did either. But here's our wheel. Shady's given me the go ahead to spin the wheel, so I gotta find where that button is. Where is it? Here, spin! I'm pointing at my screen. You can't see that. I should get a face cam. Wouldn't that be kind of sick? We had like live cuts in and out of the commentators. All switches, no cape. Very close there. But I think yes, I think that is all switches, no cape. Are we sure about that? Uh, how close are we? That close. We're that close to 11 exit, but we have all switches, no cape as our first category. It was so close to landing on our only 11 exit. That means now who's It's all switches and okay. This is Frieze's pick, so next race will be either 11 exit or all switches, which will be Ricky's pick. And I had to figure out how to fix the wheel while we're doing that. All right, let's get these runners in here. Uh, rcalarc doing the standard minus 2.2. Frieze doing the minus 15. That's from race time. That's not from He's not just doing it for fun. And let's see. Let me get this on the layout. So we will in just a moment begin the first run of the bracket stages, which will be exciting. It'll be intriguing. And I think at this point it's single elimination. So if you lose the match, you're out. This isn't like a bracket stage where potentially you have other matches that you can do to kind of get yourself back into the brackets. This is the brackets. This is it. And I do have some premium content, but none of us are going to stick around in Butterbridge long enough to actually see it. So we may not present it today. It may come another stream. Who knows? All right. Oh, Frieze has gone back to -2. Let's see. Well, rcalarc's not going to have swag disco. What is it? Swag money. rcalarc's not going to have swag money because the coin is still there. Shady says we're about to start. I'm in the race room too. I can see that. Yep. All right. So I think both of our runners are quite knowledgeable. Hey, still like 15 minutes left, or over 15 minutes, to pick somebody in the predictions menu. And you could win channel points. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, Frieze is first to jump the gun. So let me just. Nope, Ricky's is too far ahead. We're off, and I'm still trying to sync these guys. All right, let me just tap this. All right, close enough. So no swag money, but rcalarc got the disco. So he's 1 for 3, and this is all switches, no cape. How do you know that? Because it is on the screen right there. So a little bit different start to World 1, getting Yoshi, getting Orb, going to the Switch Palace. Uh-oh, Frieze, whoa. Spat out the shell and it hit him, and he almost got a 1-up. He ate an extra berry. He lost the mushroom, no less. So that is a uncharacteristic mess up to the first level, although very early on. It's only a couple of seconds lost, nothing to cry about just yet. But he will have to get a mushroom, which means that that first floating block normally as rcalarc's going to show us a fire flower. He's going to have to get a mushroom from there or not. He's going to do the midway. There is a fire flower later in the level, so not going to be, doesn't really have to go out of his way, but he is going to use the midpoint to get the mushroom. Saves you from having to go through that power-up transition. But it does mean rcalarc is first to the orb. And he's got it. Frieze also got it. And yeah. So interestingly, rcalarc does not have a PB in this category, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. Compared to all switches with cape, this category is actually not that much different. There are a lot of people who get really good times in all switches no cape and essentially submits that as their no cape and cape time because they're close enough and they're both pretty good. No yump. Frieze. Got a yump. Oh, it's on this bottom of the screen. All right, well, don't look at that because that doesn't work. TM says basically wings and clip. Yeah, those are the two main differences. And you don't, well, no cape wings is actually a little bit harder. I don't know if he was practicing that. I I assume he was. I would hope so. Carrick's Yump prediction is already busted. We're now down to a maximum of 23 Yumps. When there are so many Yumps on the table, you're still gonna get a good number. Hopefully. That is if 11 exit pops up, much to Carrick's dismay. Predict. There's only like 12 people who's voted in our predictions poll. Everyone should vote. Spend your channel points now, or else. rcalarc got 258, which is okay. Y3 is just a pain with Yoshi, so no biggie. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? There's no game audio. I just looked down in the sound mixer. I spent so much effort trying to make the sound system look nice on the stream, and I didn't even unmute the stream. What am I doing? Now you can hear something, and so it's not just boring quietness. rcalarc 298 orb grab, but 299 is free when you're big. So that's like a quarter of a second that Frieze saves or something. rcalarc is first out of World 1 and first back into World 1 to get orb number 2. So that is 2 good orb grabs, and now TP1. I have so much exclusive SMW premium content to share with you. You're gonna love to hear it. See, I didn't notice the game audio because I don't get to listen to it because it's just the way that the sound is set up. I don't get to hear it. But I missed it. But I looked on the audio mixer and OBS that I've got here, and I saw it's quiet, and I remembered I forgot to unmute the streams because I muted both of them. So, that's how I notice. I think it's just cool because, of course, wouldn't you love to hear this great game and its great music? Alright, orb grab time. rcalarc is not doing it first time, he's gonna do it the second time around. Which I believe in this category, what is it? Is it faster to do orb first or something? It's different for Switch and no Switch, and I still haven't figured out which one it should be. So small route divergence. We can all be excited for that, but very soon it will converge. This isn't like a Keisto Route 96 exit where you have to wait until the end of the game for it to converge. Thankfully. Got some real Ricky fans in the chat. If you're a fan of Ricky, spend your berries on him. I want to see a lot of berries spent, especially when we get to the grand final, and there's going to be like 1 billion people watching. Shady says it's identical. Orb first or second. I believe you. I know all switches is a bit weird just with the taking a death part. But I don't even know if it's on that orb grab. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just some crazy guy who's talking a lot. Got a lot of Frieze fans in the chat. Potential for another Yump. Let's see it. Oh, and we've got it. We've got it. So that is now 2 for 3 on Yumps. Maximum still able to get 23 Yumps in this race. Umar is rooting for Game 3. Game 3 just means an opportunity for 8 more Yumps. Oh, and we've got another Yump! 3 for 4 from both of our runners so far. This is the kind of SMW premium content that we all pay for. I'm sure we all pay for it. Now back for another orb, this one for Morton's Castle because it's annoying and too tall. I don't know if it's too tall, it just is, it's slow. It's kind of like an auto-scroller, but not really. Alright, good boo bounce from both of our runners, so they complete this level with all convenient speed. And now time for DP3. Not actually that bad because I got Yoshi and there's a blue shell. The designers at Nintendo really knew how to put the blue shells in spaces that would be nice for our players. Now, that grab is kind of free. Well, this Frieze in the lead now. What happened? Am I hallucinating? I think Frieze took the lead. But I don't recall. There wasn't any one level where there was a huge time throw. Was it really the overworld orb thing? Small stuff. Small stuff from Alogical. That makes sense. Still got a couple minutes left on that prediction. It's also fun to see. Save 10 seconds by not stepping. Oh, there. Goodbye, Yoshi. Alright. That is going to make things really hairy. There's a Yoshi at the midway. So he's just gonna have to play this level. Now, yeah, I think Frieze should be well sort of equipped to handle the end of this level. There's some funny business that you have to do with Yoshi in order to get Yoshi and Mario across that pit at the end without, yeah, there. Because apparently Mario and Yoshi cannot just jump that gap, but if you jump off Yoshi, Mario gains height and so makes the gap, and Yoshi does as well, oddly enough. That puts rcalarc in the lead, and he goes for the safer orb grab, getting a 395. Frieze going for the fast orb grab at 397. So rcalarc with a small lead. I know. How do you don't lose that much time for stepping on the switch? Only 3 frames. You know, I love saving frames. I'm a huge fanatic for score lag. Huge fanatic for not bringing Yoshi into the fortress because you lose 12 frames. Anyway. Now time for the 4th and final orb grab for this game. It may not be the end. If we have 3 all switches, we could see, what would that, 24 orbs? We see 24 orbs, 24 yumps. Although we can only see 23. Anyway, got a Morton's Plains fanatic. A Morton's Plains fanatic in the chat. What does it say in the Japanese version? I'm just thinking that for the first time, because I only read English, but I don't know what it says in Japanese, even if it does say anything weird. Alright, no cape wings for Ricky. Just not get the first dupe. Now this is really dangerous. You don't want to get hit by that Buzzy. Frieze gets the first dupe. Ricky's still struggling on that. Alright, Frieze is just kind of waiting for this Buzzy. Second dupe successful now with a 368. Ricky's still trying to get that first dupe and he collects the coin. So let's see, what's the plan here? There is potential to just get the secret exit and go back and try wings again, which is what he will do. Because you need the secret exit in this category anyway, so it doesn't lose you a horrible amount of time. But that still loses a lot of time just because he got like a 320 secret exit. It's a shame to see because no cape wings are such a pain. And now Frieze on his way to the red switch and rcalarc trying again for wings. Oh, and he gets hit and loses the orb. That's a sign, just take it. Oh, that is not good. And he's going to take the orb, which means we may see BB1. It's better than having to struggle through wings for another minute or so. Yes! Another yump. Another yump from Frieze. So now we're up to 4 out of 5 this race, which is pretty good. Frieze is still able to go for 4 for 4. If he gets the blue switch, he will have 4 for 4, and that will be better than anything else that's going to happen this race. Unless there's another yump coming up. Doesn't get P-speed there at the start, but recovers nicely. And now Frieze is going to have to get that secret exit that rcalarc kind of already has. But right now Frieze has got a huge lead just because he's got an orb for BB1 and rcalarc doesn't. I don't know what the meta is here, whether or not you go back for orb, I don't know. I think we were discussing this earlier today, but hey, I didn't pay attention. Another yump opportunity? Oh, that's a shame to see. 4 out of 6. Things are just not going right for rcalarc right now. Frieze now doing the top route. Everyone's favorite route. It's so fun in No Star World when you're just caping over all the levels. It is actually kind of interesting in No Cape. Just because there's a little expert platforming to do in these sections. According to Louis, TM says, according to Louis, it breaks even. We're playing one huge telephone game. It might just lose 3 minutes and it's gone through 80 people and eventually the 80th person just says it saves time. Don't grab that cape. Now that gray switch there does cause a bit of lag just because there are so many spinies at that one spot. Wade is stealing the opportunity. Sure, take it. Take it, we're all friends here. Speaking of friends, hey friend, why don't you make a prediction about who's going to win? You're just about out of time, and actually it's just about tied. 23,000 to 26,000. So it's just about 50-50, you just about double your points if you make the right prediction here. Oh, a last minute prediction from somebody, I don't know who it is. Got 14 people who are voting Frieze, 7 people voting rcalarc. But the amount of points invested is actually quite similar. And I think that's it. Is it closed? It's now closed. You missed your chance. And I voted, so I made the prediction and I don't even get to close it because I voted. rcalarc in the water. Not getting that one bounce. Frieze losing 12 frames. rcalarc not getting P-speed there. Hopefully this last section he can get it. Oh, he misses it again. I think he jumped a little bit early. Either jumped early or he just wasn't. It was kind of off time because he didn't have P-speed from the last section. So that's unfortunate. He's going to lose a little bit more time. And we will see BB1, I'm pretty sure. If rcalarc's all the way over here without orb, we're going to see BB1, which means SMW premium content. No orb. Someone's actually going to play BB1 on this stream. Just to recap, Frieze successfully beat Reznor, a bit hairy because he doesn't want to get hit and lose his orb. Dies in Castle 4. Meanwhile, rcalarc is in Butterbridge 1. This is the top premium content that we've got for you. Unfortunately, he lost the orb earlier, so he cannot orbit like Frieze did. And so that gives Frieze a very substantial lead. And the run is, you know, gonna come to an end pretty soon because this category is not that long and Frieze has really been on top of everything this run. But, you know, this isn't a one and done kind of situation. There's still a game 2 and the possibility for a game 3 if Ricky takes the next one, which I hope he does. I'm really rooting for him now. I always like to root for the underdog. Anyway. Ooh, could we show some premium content now? I did make a very nice slideshow of some data that I have from the bracket stages of from the group stages of Class A. We get to see. I'll see what everyone thinks, but I don't know if we'll have time during this race to present it. Maybe between game 1 and 2, but I don't think we'll have time because we'll probably very quickly go to game 2. There's another match coming up at 7, which is 7 Eastern, so that'd be like in an hour and a half. Potentially, because this one's going to wrap up early. I don't know if I'm restreaming that one, but if I am, I'll present the special data after this race. If not, it'll have to wait for another day. But it will be pretty cool. See if Frieze will go for the great no-cape wings. Nope. Okay, it's really not that great of an idea. Okay. Gets hit by the Hammer Brother. Puts that shell on the ground, bounces off it, gets the height, gets to the goal line. And now he's just basically clips away from not only securing the game 1 win, but a possibility for 4 yumps. We'll see how that goes. First try clip. Hey, Frieze, where are you going? Stop it! Turn around! It's the wrong way! Where are you going? Why? What's going on? Where? Huh? What's going? Hello? Look at the bottom right. Is he gonna? Huh? What category are we playing? I think he just. I don't know at what point he realized that that was the wrong one. Oh dear. That. If the race came down to that, that would have been quite unfortunate. But I think he's still got a lead up. Holy. I just saw him, like, take the key and then go inbounds and then just not turn around. Because he grabbed the key from below, which is usually what you do if you're going for the normal exit. But oh my goodness. Okay. Scare us like that, Frieze. Anyway, that is going to make his time not as good as it was before. But he got first try clip again. All switches, no memory. All switches, all clips as well, because he got both first try clips. Let's see. Will he put the key in the keyhole? Yes! And that means he's just delaying his fourth yump for us. Because I think he'll do it. Alright, let's see this Frieze. Maybe he's going for the P-switch jump, switch palace corner jump, and yump all in one. Oh, couldn't even get us that fourth yump. But that is going to end it for Frieze with a 2451 and an extra exit. Had to manipulate the RNG. Maybe. I think rcalarc also got first try clip. Wow. Okay. Let me give him the first of 2 stars. And anyway. That is GG to Frieze, who takes game 1. Next category, either 11 no cape or all switches. I'm pretty sure. And I have to fix the wheel. The wheel is currently very much out of order. Because I made it really big. Time coming up on rcalarc 25:40 something. And no yump either. But that will do it for the first game. Everyone give our runners our best GGs. Frieze is now up 1-0, and that means he just needs to take the next game, and that will pretty much be it for this race. But still a chance for Ricky to come back. This is his selection coming up, and we'll see how the wheel treats him. I think we can just get right into the second game. No need for a delay. Put that wheel up there, and I'll spin it. The wheel goes, and the wheel chooses. I hope it's not close again. We could have another run back of all switches, but with cape or 11 exit, and it will be 11 exit, no cape. Now this will be exciting. This is going to be a short one. And I know all switches is the shortest non-11 exit category, but this one will be even shorter than the last race. No opportunities really for extra exits. Now I'll switch the scene over. Like that. We gotta add sound effects and even cooler transitions. So 11 no cape. I know Carrick is not a huge fan. I don't know where he is, if he's still in the audience with us, but he's not a really huge fan of it. But this is Ricky's category, so if we're going to have a chance for a game 3, I think this would be one of the best that we've got. Sorry, Carrick. We had to do this to you. Wonder if Frieze is dropping frames because his stream froze a little bit. Could be my end, but I haven't dropped any frames this stream yet. I've missed 8,000 frames due to rendering lag, which is actually like 1% of the stream. That's actually kind of bad. I hope that's not been recent. But it doesn't tell me. Anyway, it looks like both of the runners are in the room. Their Frieze will now be ready in just a minute, and that means that the race room will get started, and then should be good to go. He's got that minus 15 on the timer. Who needs minus 2.2 when you have minus 15? And you can see the countdown in the race room because that's what's giving Frieze the negative time. I think that actually means his timer is going to be like 2 seconds ahead of where it should be. Yeah. What? How is it desynced like this? I have no idea. Because rcalarc and Frieze's performances are way off. Anyway, swag money from rcalarc. Swag disco. Not no swag money, but just disco. I'm gonna, like, sync up the gameplay here. Because I think that's the better thing to do than syncing up the timers, because I know Frieze's is now off. Because he got rid of the minus 2.2 on his timer. But here's 11 no cape. You're gonna see kind of a boring World 1. And then an exciting rest of the game, just because no cape is fun. We've not seen a single cape this race. And 360s from both of our runners. Hey, I did a really good job syncing up the gameplay. That actually, like, couldn't be better. Sorry, not to toot my own horn or anything. It is different streams, right? Yeah. So here's why 3 no excuses for a 258. Ricky got a 258 last time, and that's when you're Yoshi and big, and it's scary. That's excusable. Actually doing very similar routes. Very similar kinds of jumps in this level. I do deserve to toot my own horn. Thank you, Blue. I toot my own horn about a lot of things that were really not me, and also shouldn't toot my horn about. So glad to see I can be happy about one thing. Frieze, I think he went for shell jump. Didn't get the left tap. This sync is really satisfying. But I don't know if you were here the last time I told you the story, but it always gives me a kind of heart attack just because there used to be a bug in OBS or Streamlink or whatever where both of the streams were the same. And this was back during the 11 exit tournament. So there were multiple times, multiple occasions where both streams, both game feeds were the same game feed. So it always scares me whenever I see two very close screens because I always think they're the same. That's similar. Are you sure these are not different? Okay. It's very close. I'm looking at the points, and they are slightly different. So it does put me at ease a little bit. Anyway, time for a flower grab. Get your 240 Iggy's ready. Somebody might get a 240. Both of them get 81 doors, so ideally they should have a 41 Iggy. But potentially 240. Going for the quick kill. Uh-oh. rcalarc got it. Got the 240. I think one of the fireballs missed. So it took a little more time to get the quick kill. So it was not actually quick. But still really good. Still well within a second. Actually, probably within half a second even. So it will really come down to what goes on in World 2 and Star World and Bowser. Interestingly, no zips. No zips in this run. Don't have to worry about getting like destroyed by zips. Cause I know I don't know if it's my current 11 with cape PB glitchless has like a 282 zip, which is awful. 282 zip is just pathetic. Cause you can get like a 284 if you just don't zip at all. So you lose time from not zipping to zipping. Anyway, time for the Yoshi grab. Oh, Frieze just missed it on the first jump. So that gives rcalarc the lead by just a split second. Actually, it's 2 game seconds worth, 360 to 358. But it is kind of tense. Nice point counter from rcalarc. Not so nice anymore. Oh, loses the fire flower. Just keep going. Just gonna keep going. That, these block throws are quite hairy. And Frieze hits the switch. I think he lost the block early. So rcalarc's still in the lead, but, he got the extra power-ups. I actually don't think it matters at this point. rcalarc is just gonna have to get a mushroom somewhere. Trying for stair clip. Doesn't get it. I don't think either of them got stair clip. Frieze trying for a fast strat. Oh no! rcalarc clips the end of the atomic Talisa and takes a death. That is going to be very costly. That is very costly in this category, especially because the boo ring patterns. He's gonna wait them all out. So you don't have to jump over that Eerie. Because you're small, you can just run under it, and it makes P-speed a little bit easier to grab. rcalarc damage boosting. Nice fast strat. Going for the RN jump, misses it. Now he's gonna have to go up the vine. And Frieze is already done with the ghost house. rcalarc with 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Kind of flashing back and forth. But Frieze is already done with Star Wars 1. He's a level ahead, and in 11 exit, a level ahead is a lot. It is a lot. It's going to require some kind of monumental error from Frieze to, I mean, this is his race to lose. You know, he got an extra exit earlier. Not gonna doubt it, but you know, something like that could happen again. Also, rcalarc trying to fix the points because he's only got 92,000. I would never, ever do commentator's curse. I've never cursed anybody. Oh, well, okay, that might not be true. Alright, got the cloud. I've never cursed anybody. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. rcalarc 257. Star World 2. That wasn't me. Frieze is the one who's holding the controller. He's the one playing the game. rcalarc, fast. Fast getting in the cloud. That's gonna make up a couple of seconds. Frieze also got fast red Yoshi blue shell grab, so he will definitely be first to enter Bowser. But the race is a little bit tighter than it was a minute ago. Oh! Now it's not so tight. That's a small death. At the beginning of the level, it's not too bad. He actually doesn't have a mushroom for door 5 damage boost, and Frieza's stream is gone. Where did it go? Mario is showing us his backside on the overworld, and I don't think that looks very good. Let's see what's going on here. Is this stream dead, or am I screwing it up? Let me just refresh it. No, he's out. But he's quite delayed. And it's frozen again. Let me just poke it. Okay, it's definitely died. That's what it's telling me. Oh no! Alright, let me just switch off his audio real quick and get rcalarcs in there. Because we can do that now. Get some accusations that Frieze is splicing. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know where it's gone because it's yeah, it's just dead. I don't think he's live on Twitch either. Let me just manually check out his channel. rcalarc now entering Bowser. Yeah, his channel is offline, unfortunately. Shady is calling foul play as the referee. Now that, you're really swinging around the sword there. But we'll see what's going on, because I don't know if his internet's completely gone. I don't know if he's going to he is kind of the organizer of the tournament. Let me see if he's alive somewhere. Because if his internet's down or like his whole computer's down, I don't know how he's gonna tell us about it. But we'll just observe rcalarc here. Is this a commentator curse? No. I didn't say anything. Oh, he's back. Oh my goodness. He's back. And he's in phase 3. Gets the quick hit and finishes up with an 11:29. Subtract 2.2 seconds, that's like an 11:27. He's here, and he's done it. So that's GG to him. Even though we didn't get to see most of the Bowser fight, I'm very confident in saying that he didn't cheat at all. And that means Frieze takes the win 2-0 and moves on, advances in the bracket stage. So we'll take a look at the brackets in a moment. We're going to have to give away... I put 7,300 points for rcalarc, and that means I have to say goodbye to them. Which makes me sad. But it also makes me sad because Ricky is a good friend, and I hate to see him lose. But that's just kind of how the race works. And he finishes up with a 12:22. So GG to both of our runners. And that will do it. Hopefully we can get some kind of interview, potentially. Let me see if I can get that organized for you. And GG's to everyone in the chat. This has been it was a pretty good first race. It was a really good first race. It was close for the most part, actually, for both runners. Even though we didn't see like we didn't see like a good minute of Frieze's stream, but that's not a big deal. It's just kind of hinting at what's to come here in the bracket stage of the toss-up tournament. There's not one, not two, but three potential brackets. Class A, we've got this is Class A, the first match of Class A coming up in an hour. Class C's first bracket match, and that is between, or is it Class B? I think it actually might be Class B. Let me check the calendar. It will be a match between Xander and Peachy, and that is Class B. So that will be the first Class B match, and they've only got 8. This one has 14 on this bracket. So Frieze advances, and that means he will be facing the winner of Umar versus Thug, and that will be done in a couple of days. You can check there. And we have a subscription from Freeze, now subscribed for 17 months to the channel. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys in for commentary on their own runs. If not, I think I'm going to end it here because I'm not leaving the stream up for an hour. So we'll just pop the question. And we'll see what happens. Let me just get the game back. I am proposing to the runners, I'm proposing to them the opportunity to be interviewed by me. None other than me. There's no better interviewer than me. No, there probably is. We'll see. rcalarc is typing. I don't think Frieze has said anything yet on the subject. Hey, during this time I could present to you the premium SMW content that I think everyone has been wanting to see. Alright, rcalarc says he's coming in, hopefully soon, and then we'll see about Freeze. Hello?
Hello?
What's up? GG.
Thank you for the GGs.
Sorry it didn't really work out well for you, but still fun to watch.
No, it is what it is. I mean, I had fun playing.
Hello?
I mean, the first run in all switches, I feel like I played relatively well, except for Wings. If Wings
Sorry
didn't
really
go as tragic
well
as it
for
did,
you,
I feel like I was, right there with them.
Watch.
I mean, because when I checked out when I was leaving Fortress, he was leaving Fortress a little bit ahead of me, so it would have been close. I mean, especially since he ended up doing the wrong exit in FY2.
Yeah, that would have been kind of horrific had a race been lost to that.
He was leaving Fortress a little bit ahead of me, so
because that's one of those mistakes that,
especially since he ended up doing
it's
the wrong
not just
exit
any
in
kind of
FY2.
missing a trick or something. Yeah, that would have been kind of horrific had a race been. All right. Sorry,
I muted my stream also. I reviewed my audio going through it.
That might have been some double audio. I apologize for that.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, I was more than happy with the run. I mean, we played relatively well. I mean, we got first strike clip. I mean, it is what it is after that. And then the 11. I mean, I was fine with how I played up until the Ghost House. Then Ghost House, we messed up going through the boo ring, so we couldn't get P speed, and then ended up not getting P speed at all, and jumped into the boo, and then died, and that obviously put me way behind.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Especially given the hitbox, because it was like a square hitbox on a round enemy, which is always problematic.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I had fun with the tournament. I mean, I look forward to the next one. I mean, there's usually one or two a year, so I mean, it was hype, it was fun, and
Yeah, you made it. You
yeah,
made it this
GG's.
far. I mean, you made it past the group stages. We already had to say goodbye to like half the runners in the group
No, that
stage,
was also cool.
and you made it here. So anyway, I think in the
No,
meet,
thank you for that.
yeah.
Good.
If you have anything else to say, I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon because I don't know. I don't think Frieze is coming in for an interview.
Oh, okay. No, just GG's, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Well, not really, because we have a race in like an hour. Here, is anyone still watching? I might present my SMW premium content just because we have a little bit of time because I know this race wrapped up early. So here it is. Thanks for watching. Here are the category pick statistics from Class A. So I went through all of the races. There were 33 races in Class A. So I went through, this is true SMW premium content. I went through all 100 and almost 200 picks. So each runner had to pick 3 categories and they banned one. So the first chart is the number of picks. So the total height of the bar is the number of picks, number of times that the category was picked. So you can clearly see all castles selected almost 40 times was the most popular category that was selected. And the gray portion of that first graph represents how many of those selections got banned. And so that gives us in the second chart our ban rate. And to no one's surprise, no one's surprised, I think everyone kind of knew this already, all cows with Snow Cape and 96 really got the short end of the stick during the group stages. All Castles No Cape had an 82% ban rate, so over 80% of the time that it came up, it got banned. 96, we saw 96 exit pick get banned here this time. And if you actually look back on the first chart, like all castles no cape and 96 got picked pretty much as many times as 11 no cape and all switches did. And yet, all switches was the least banned category, and all castles no cape was the most banned category. And it wasn't even close. And so all castles no cape was not banned 3 times. There's 3 times that it stayed and didn't get banned, and yet the 3 times that it didn't get banned, that's because 96 exit got banned instead. So if 96 exit weren't in this tournament, we would be looking at something like 100% ban rate for all castles no cape, which would have been insane. And that ended up being, even though it got picked potentially 17 times, we only got to see one race out of about I forget how many. I think it's like 79 races in Class A for the group stage. And so there was only one game of all castles no cape and 3 games of 96 exit. So that's a little bit of SMW premium data. It kind of speaks for itself. All castles, the most popular category by far, the most played category as well, followed by No Cape, No Star World, and then No Star World, and then 11. And 11 No Cape is actually one of the less commonly picked. It's like the third least played category. So, anyway, that's all I had to say. That's my time. My time's up. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. We will be hopefully back in an hour for another race in Class B. We'll see Xander versus Peachy, and maybe I'll even figure out the pick statistics for Class B. I think it might actually be a lot different because I know in Class C there were at least 2 all castles no cape runs played, and that's because my opponent, who I'm going up against in the first round of Class C, played all castles no cape in both of his group stage matches. That's a little bit of the data from me. I'm going to stop streaming now. See you back here in an hour. Or not. I don't know if it's being restreamed. If not, I'll probably do it. But have a good day, everyone.